Hi Patty, good afternoon. So nice to have you here. How are you doing today, Patty? Oh yeah, before anything else, I'll have to go to YouTube Studios for that as well. Since I know how to do it now. Not that. Alright, hold on people, I'm gonna share out the stream. Hello Goku, hello Savage, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Really? They need to set, like I'm doing right now, they need to set up the subscriber chat only. The only way that they're gonna be able to talk is for them to subscribe to our channel. Well, they need to stop with their bullshit. Because it's getting old. But well, it just shows that they don't have any passion, they don't have any hobbies, they don't have anything productive to do in life, so if they want to continue hating, well, let them hate. We'll just continue blocking them, and that's it. That's all we can do, I'm afraid. You're gonna have to be patient, Goku. I don't know, a couple of hours perhaps. You have to be patient, because I don't know 100% either. Sometimes it'll take a few hours, or sometimes it'll take a whole day. Depends, really. You have to be patient, man. And I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, it's just you need to be patient. And don't worry about stuff so much. You're not gonna get your channel taken down. Because you haven't done anything wrong. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing, Kelly? Alright, hello Patty, Goku, Savage, Kelly, and Ninja Soldier. Welcome. And Lee the Wolf. Hope you're doing well, Ninja Soldier. I've read what you said on Discord, so that you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. So yeah, guys, welcome to the stream, those who are still in the stream, that is. And today we're going to be playing some, well, let me say, welcome to the land of Cosmo Paradise. I'm your host, Cosmo, and today we're going to be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I decided to play something a little chill to start the week, so hope you guys enjoy.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Pretty flowers they have here.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Hello, Action Ghost. How are you doing?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my
Yeah,
mother
I know.
left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
I know about it because I saw it on
Maybe
Discord, and I know that the second dose, he got side effects of the second dose. Quite unfortunate. I mean, I'm lucky that I didn't get sick or anything, but you know, some people are not immune to that.
I wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
From Patty Moore Show. Oh, well, welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel. It's nice to see new people. We just found ourselves a deer. Hello, my dear.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
And this is the house, everybody.
The house was exactly like I remembered it.
It's
the way I'd
very,
been dreaming about it.
It's very big, isn't it? It's a very big house. I want a house like that.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
What's to be afraid of it? It's cool. It's cool looking. I would love to live in a house like this. Gary's potting mix. I like to do gardening stuffs around here.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Nope. We have to find something else.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Hi, Tommy. How are you doing, honey? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't stream anything yesterday. Me and Ninja, we were supposed to be playing together yesterday, but change of plans. Well, change of plans for Ninja because he had people coming over, so there was nothing much to do yesterday, so. But it's okay, we can play some other time.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
You better. I hope you make it up to me, Ninja, next time. I made a thumbnail and everything for it, and I had your name on the thumbnail as well. Collab with Ninja Soldier. I have not deleted it.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
What a messy house. Too much books and plates and everything.
Family, there were just memories of one.
In loving memory, Louis Finch. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great-grandson to Edie. Edith, Edie, Louis, and Dawn.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Yeah, they eat a lot of fish in here.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Too much books. These people.
Even the fireplace had a story.
These people.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
These people love to read. I want that TV. Give me that TV. I want that TV. I want that TV.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Really, Lee?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Do you really like reading?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
I'm quite surprised.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Of course. Magazines.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Calvin Klein.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, each room is where these characters died. It's quite morbid, actually.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
It's quite scary stuff.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third-floor stairs on the night we left.
I guess we cannot go up there. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
(1937, 1947). So she was 10 years old when she died. What I see here.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Until now.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Yeah, because he likes to draw.
Maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
I can't play. I can't stream that.
Except behind a painting.
I can't stream BioShock. I mean, I have the games on Plus, but the thing is, it won't. PlayStation itself won't let me stream it because it's blue screen all the time. Because of the blue screen, Sony for some reason forbids players for streaming that.
Since Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
I would like to try it, but you know, for myself, what's the point?
December 13th, 1947.
That's the reason,
Dear
Lee.
Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me
Virtual
to bed
hug,
without
savage.
dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
That's gross. How can you eat that?
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Well, if other people try to stream BioShock and they couldn't because of the blue screen, what makes you think that I can stream it? I cannot.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
No, don't eat me. My name is Christopher too, but don't eat me. Hello, AV Monster Gaming. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, she's eating toothpaste now. That's gross. Toothpaste don't taste
I
nice.
ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
The stories are weird as hell.
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Kitty. Ha!
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay, I can't jump there.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Come back here, birdie.
I almost got her.
Ha!
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
It's a rabbit. It's gonna be a rabbit.
Rabbits.
I can see you. And she eats it.
And seen mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something. A mama rabbit.
Yes, it's a big one.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
She's got... Ugh.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Alright, where is it? I have to follow the blood.
I grabbed on tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped
Thank
out
you,
of the
Savage.
water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Now I'm a snake.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. was big and moved real quiet.
Now I eat people for a living.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Drunken sailor. Drunken sailor.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam toward it.
Hey ho, drunken sailor.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Dun da 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 drunken. Dun da 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 drunken sailor. I'm in my room now.
Closer and closer.
I'm back in my room again. As a snake.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
That's the first story done. Of many.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Random junk. Edith's interview. My friend Bigfoot. Home movies. Conspiracy news.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch. Tragedy strikes at Finch family pond. Celebration turns to mourn. Something about mourn.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum.
Look at this.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
I kind of wanted to seal this. You won't let me.
Odin Finch
There
bears
you
the
go.
latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Yeah, this is the first house that the family were living in. Not the one that we're in right now, the one before.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edith is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
And that's it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back
Odin.
a long ways.
Alright, nothing to see here. Let's go in the next room. Everything looks pink here. Must be their favorite color.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This house has a lot of secrets.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin and Sam. Looks like a room where. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah, looks like a room where two brothers were sleeping.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Let's swing.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Yes. He's gonna
I
fly.
told him going around was impossible.
He's gonna fly and fly until
Maybe
he'll
if I
fly.
hadn't said that.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh boy.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Black currant juice.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Please.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Rest in peace, Calvin.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Yes, but you don't mean cake. You told me that the other day, what it really means. It's a dirty word. I want candy. Dun 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 dun. I want candy.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Yes.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
My friend Bigfoot. Barbara Finch. Yeah, they have a famous child in the family. Hello, Laura. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Seattle Starlets. Greek Tales. The Hollywood Workout. Alice in Wonderland. Oliver Twist. Masters of Cinema. Britain.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barbara Street. Or Barb Street. What's this?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
It's a comic book.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Haha.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just to boost her career.
Why not, Laura? Why are you not happy?
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd
Your
slipped
team
into a
your team
table
lost?
saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was canceled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
Something happened.
On cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
You guys will recognize the theme on this part now.
Finch rattled and grew still.
Who's in there?
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Well, that's what you get for
Barb,
scaring me.
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
All he heard was...
It's the doorbell. Who is it at this hour?
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispers. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Uh-oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Well, that's very charming. You're saying that was an eerie tale. Making fun of her ear.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Rest in peace, Barbara. In heaven, where you'll always be a star. Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
That's because she's famous. That's why. Well, was famous. Yeah, I just saw the pictures right now that they've been sending in the group. Very disgusting that they would wish that upon Keith's family. I feel sorry for him. There we go, we got the key now. Hi, Jessica. How's it going?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Sven.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, you have no idea. This family has hidden a lot of stuff.
Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing well today.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Cereal.
If there's a pattern in all these stories.
Pea soup. Jiggly Farms. Tasty. I don't know what it says. Something about tasty beans.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started...
Okay, I'm done with my live stream. Hopefully YouTube sees it because I told everyone to report that channel. Hopefully it helps.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Well, I hope so.
Having a schedule, living for today.
I mean, I'm glad that my fake account has been taken down.
I was expected to be dead tomorrow.
Until they make another one, which I'm pretty sure that they will. But
if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
In fate, so.
Even a monster on the other side of the door.
January 1976. We're in the 70s now.
Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just...
2005?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
All he has been eating was peaches. He hasn't eaten anything else but peaches.
It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Oh, and
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Don't think that I haven't saw it. So there's the command for you. Yeah, and I put the chat at for subscribers only. So if anyone needs to chat, they have to. If anyone wants to troll, they have to subscribe to my channel.
I know it's out there somewhere.
So.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Yeah. It was thanks to my friend's operation and Christopher for me to do that.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left.
Always have to appreciate the food. Always.
Or a single week.
That's the best thing in life, the food.
I'd be happy with 1 meal a day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
And that's when he gets run over by the train. He's been locked down here for more than 30 years. And...
Walter died when I was 6.
Just when he was about to get out there, he gets run over.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I'm telling you, this family's cursed. Yeah, in case anyone knows, this is just a portrait of the outside. So even that is fake. Oh, I don't care about the dislikes. I don't really care about that anymore. I mean, a fake account
Maybe
of...
she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
A fake account of Goku came before, but I didn't say anything.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
I just blocked it, and that's all.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
I didn't give any reaction to it whatsoever.
I don't want to make the same mistakes.
Hello, Roy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, handsome guy?
Bury something that's still alive.
I enjoyed your stream, man. It's fun. It's always fun to be there. Showing the love and support.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
I'm
But now
okay.
I'm worried the stories themselves.
Thank you for
might be
asking.
the problem.
You're so kind, like always.
We believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Walter. The day that he decided to go out in the real world, he gets run over by a train. I'm telling you, this family is cursed. All of them seem to die. Well, most of them seem to die at a young age.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Alright, Savids. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next time.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Well, it's nice to have you on my stream. For a change.
I think the people in these stories believed them. For what that's worth.
It's always nice having you. You're always nice to me. Oh, and I don't know if I told you. If not, then if I did, then I'm sorry, but I don't remember if I told you. But I have you on my channel feature, Mr. Stinky Pants channel, for those who visit my channel. Alright, bye. And I hope you feel better, Savid.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a bad memory at times.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derby Jr., Burby, Chirby, Furby, Lurby, Zerby. Looks like a pet cemetery. Charlie, Daisy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Calvin. Sven. Edie. Walter and Barbara Finch. It's a very, very sad story. With these people dying so young. Wait, how do I get up?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Hi, Christopher.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
How are you doing, Christopher? Ooh.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh yeah, that's where the old house is located.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Before it got destroyed, there's the old house with the Finch. I'm okay. I had a troll before. A fake account of Goku saying that I hope that Goku's channel get deleted as well as my channel. And he spoke about someone else, but I didn't want to. I didn't react to the comment. I just blocked the person, and that's it. I have nothing to say for the matter.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
It's a short game, but it is interesting. Gregory Finch.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her
Sam
brothers.
Finch.
She was just
and
trying to do better.
Gus Finch. Yeah, most of them died at a young age. It's a very sad game because it tells different stories of different families of the Finch, how they die and
she
stuff.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
It's a very sad.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Yeah, I enjoyed them too. I prefer playing single than online.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
Although I do like to make
for me to do. Back someday
I do want to make some collabs too. It's good to be back, baby. It is. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you for sharing out the stream.
Looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So she was what? 4 or 5 months pregnant?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
I mean, we can play Tekken 7 since you have that. But we have to set up a date first.
They were both pretty intense. Instead of hiding from death,
since we both have Plus, we can play that.
Way to meet it.
Angel Red Medina. Who is that? I have no idea who is that. Thank you, Harry, for screenshotting that comment, by the way, of earlier. Multi is nowhere to be found to do that. I'm pretty sure he's busy. You have a lot. I said Crash Bandicoot and Hellblade. I think Crash Bandicoot would do good for your channel, I suppose.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are going to last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the... Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's
That's nice.
older than you are.
That's nice, Jessica. I'm happy.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's the keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always going to be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff.
She took a picture of her dad peeing.
Fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was going to be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad.
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Yeah, she does. She does deserve the 2K.
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Right in the neck.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
No! He died. See
Of
that
all these stories,
these
that's
families,
the one I wish
the
most
family's
my mom had
cursed.
told me.
They're cursed, man. They're a cursed family. King Molly, I'm not scared and worried anymore because I'm very happy now. I'm not going to be the one in trouble. You say what you want, I don't care. That's the spirit, Goku.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
You don't need to make that idiot, you don't need to let that idiot make you feel miserable. If he's still gonna be pissed because with reasons I took down his main account, well, he'll have to get over it.
After Sam died,
Shouldn't
my
go
mom and
stealing
Edith
other
got really
people's
close.
place.
They'd both lost a lot.
So I don't feel sorry for him. Plus, he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything interesting on that channel anyway, besides hate, of course. This one, the Gregory story. I need to turn down the volume because the music in that one always that will get my video blocked. I don't want that. Major copyright. Major. Well, yeah, she had a good daddy, but still. It's quite unfortunate that happened.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Yes, the baby.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay. Drop the froggy.
It's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
What a bad
Sam,
mother.
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy.
You need to jump on top of the whale.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy.
I'm trying to get on top of it.
I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
No.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want that.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Uh-oh. The baby! He's gonna drown!
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. But I know
Poor
what
baby,
happened
he's drowning.
wasn't your fault.
Okay, Keith.
I'm sure he's happy.
Thank you for that like.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Alright. And he was only 1 year old when he died. Such a shame. Alright, let's turn the music on. Alright, now we have Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh my god,
I
Goku.
tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
You may kiss the bride. Hello, Multi. Hello.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
I was like, fuck you.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
It's raining.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely built. The thunder
Good vibes.
was much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
This is getting crazy. Oh, 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 oh. No.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Found you gone.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Emergency evacuation plan. The Finch household. House rules: no playing outside without permission, no answering doors for strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark, respect others. Yeah, just like my channel, I have my rules too. Raise flag 7:30 a.m., breakfast 8 a.m., quiet time 11 p.m. Duties: Dawn sweep trash, Gus mop mow yard, Greg be a baby. Routine: jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches, run to the mailbox and back. These people like to read. They're very smart people.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
That's a real old computer she has there. A very old one.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back and to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a
classroom.
while, things were good. Almost normal.
Facts. Our family history. Facts or fiction. Multiplication tables. Analyze objectively. Never stop learning. Assume nothing. Respect criticism. Ask tough questions. They have their own little classroom in their own house. Scientific method, observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, dates, and conclusion.
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Oh. This is our way in.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
It's like a little story. He's gonna paint a door. And that's how it ends.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
It's a shame. They all have great potential.
Mom
but they
spent months searching for my brother.
They died.
The doors.
Most of them died at a young age. It's pretty sad.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh crap, I got blocked. I like this house. I really liked. I would love to live in a place like this. It's so big and it's so tall as well.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
He has a cool room.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Marijuana.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
And he has video games too.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
High school diploma. Orcas Island Regional High School Louis Finch diploma. Wonderland Turbo. That's the video game that he has, the console.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Hello, Luigi Star. How's it going? How's it going, handsome?
But he withdrew past himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
Nothing much. Have you been streaming lately?
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I'm getting lost here.
And something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Follow the words.
It was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
It's hard to control.
Cannery.
It's hard to control the character and cutting the fish at the same time.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Yes, people seem to like him in that world.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew strong. No longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Yay!
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Lewis Smith. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
He became workaholic. What?
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a...
The screen got black for a moment. That was kind of freaky.
Beautiful prince.
So the point of this game is to get to fishes? No, the part of this game is just to The point of this game is telling the story of each of the family members and how how they passed away and stuff like that. It's a very tragic story, but beautifully written, in my opinion. But quite depressive a little bit. Oops.
The
Cannot
prince
be
was on
sloppy.
his own quest for...
I like rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
It gets harder and harder.
He followed the sound of his... silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Glad you're still here, Tommy.
It was all in his imagination.
They keep throwing me more. I can't keep up.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Love you, Tommy.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Imperial Palace, marijuana. He has his games in there too when he gets bored.
He began to forget the world we know.
Is it because I'm boring you,
I think it pained him
Jessica,
to remember
or is
Lewis,
it because the game is boring you? Either way, I'm sorry for that.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Yeah, it is. It's short. It's very short. Like very, very short game, but it's beautiful. It's beautifully written.
His companions.
I got this for free when it was on PS Plus. I think 2 years ago. I think.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him.
no face.
His prince waiting, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Uh-oh. You know what's gonna happen now. Off with your head.
Yes, I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Off with his head.
My brother was really cool.
How can you fall
wish you
asleep
could've
during a
known.
party show? How is that possible? I know some people that fall asleep while playing video games. Like, how is that possible? When I feel tired, I just stop.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Oh, I know, but
understand
I'm
why you
asking,
left.
how is that possible? For that to happen, you know? Like, I could never fall asleep
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
while playing games.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
They have a fight now.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
They have a lot of secret entrance. That's why this house is so cool.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
So many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last quake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Yeah, thank you for doing that for Goku. He's not having a good time with the whole fake account lately.
Lost my way.
I can't see anything.
Turned around.
I cannot see. It's misty.
For a while, I wandered.
Follow the words.
I started seeing things.
Yes, I saw Bambi.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
The old house. What's left of it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go!
I didn't scream, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Let's make a wish.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone.
The last Finch.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
This is her way of giving birth.
Things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
It was the sun. It was the sun all along who we were playing as. And that's it. That's the end of the game. Told you it was short. But enjoyable. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you guys who are still in the chat enjoyed the game. Sorry. For real, really sweet. Left my like 14. Who's for real? The game was okay. Tommy didn't like it that much then. He was like, it's okay, it's not great or the best, but it's just okay. It's a storytelling game. It's nothing to it. It's just for the story. Which is fine, really. I just wish that it could been a little bit longer, but you know, it is what it is. I'm glad I didn't pay for it, because 20 euros for a game that's below 2 hours is a little bit too much, so. I nearly fell asleep. Well, no worries. It's already finished it, so. Hi, Theta. You came right at the end of the stream. You came right at the end of the stream. My friend. How are you doing, Theta? The end. Alright, let's see who is streaming at the moment. Alright guys, I want you to go to this link. I want you to go to this link and type in the chat Hashtag Cosmo Raid. Since there's people in the chat, I just wanted to do a raid, that's all. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for all your love and support. I hope you guys enjoy what remains of Edith Finch. Thank you for the likes and the dislikes. If me and my friend Van Cove are up to it, we'll be later streaming together some Resident Evil 5. So I hope to see you guys there, and I hope you guys will be there to support us. Depends on the hour that we decide to stream it, that is. If it's going to be too late, then I can't stream it because of time differences. So yeah, take care everybody. Look out for one another, and I'll see you in the next stream. If me and my friend we can't be able to stream Resident Evil 5, I will see you tomorrow with Uncharted 3. So I'll see you guys later. If not, then tomorrow. Peace out everyone, and thank you for all your love and support.